Doug Delaney with Charter One Realty has now joined me, and this is his first time here, so welcome. It's nice to see you.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, so let's start a little bit about you. Since this is your first time here, tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I've lived in the Low Country in the Hilton Head area for 20 years. I was previously a lawyer. I've got a financial background, and so recently I've taken up the mantle of realtor.
Okay.
As I've been helping sellers for a long time, but not in the role of realtor.
Right. Well, so welcome to the business. That's
Thank
fun.
you.
Yeah, and I'm
Thank
sure
you.
you're enjoying it. So tell us a little bit about maybe what makes you different as a realtor. What's unique about you?
Well, in my background, I've had to deal with a lot of different sellers who come to the table with a different set of problems, if you will, or a different background, whether it's from the probate or relocating or downsizing. I have dealt with a lot of sellers and helping them transition their lives and maybe help them move out of a house that's too big and into one that fits within their cash flow, or helping their children transfer assets in a way that maximizes value.
Okay.
So it's a little different financial perspective.
Yeah, definitely. So let's talk a little bit about location. Do you have a place that you are particularly familiar with, or one that you, are you everywhere? Let's talk about that.
Well, I do a lot of time in the beach market, so I'm down at Caligny, and I do a lot of investment real estate. But I'm also out in Bluffton. I kind of run the gamut, to be quite honest. I'm out in Sun City quite a bit, and I help people out there. And I've also got a niche in areas where I've lived, whether it's Moss Creek or areas on Hilton Head. So yeah, it's kind of all over.
Well, yeah, but we're kind of, it's interesting because Bluffton's growing so quickly. You
really
almost
is.
Can't help but be out there.
That's right.
But then of course the beach is always location. People want to be near the beach, right?
That's right. And
Yeah.
I'm looking at Palmetto Bluff, so you know,
Right.
it's such a booming area. It's so exciting to be here.
Yeah. Well, let's talk a little bit about pricing and what's going on in the market right now with that.
You know, it's funny because when you talk about pricing, we're in an economy or in a market that is very Zillow driven. We have buyers who are very informed. They have very good realtors who know what sellers have, what their listing history is, what they bought it for. You know, and where people are geared towards issues of, you know, whether it's fairness or whether it's propriety or whether, you know, kind of a herd mentality of how long has this asset been on the market.
Right.
That pricing is very sensitive, but yet we still see inventory levels that are very seller favorable.
Right.
You know, we got pockets there where you know, it's very much a seller's market. Down where I'm at the beach market, it's very seller's market. But
Sure.
maybe out in Bluffton, where we have a lot of development going on, it's becoming less of a seller's market. So the pricing has to take into effect not only, you know, different locations from where you're at zip code wise, but also within the plantation themselves.
Sure.
Because you've got different models of houses and just different qualities. So pricing is very important. It's probably 70 to 80% of the decision.
Sure.
So.
Well, you touched on this a little bit earlier, and that is that you have a financial background as well. So tell us a little bit about that skill set and how that would help somebody if they're looking to use real estate as an investment.
Well, there's a couple different ways on investing, and it's whether or not your assets, you know, you can have your investments within your retirement account, for example, if you do it right. You know, a lot of people don't know that. And when you deal with things like leverage or debt, the important part is to see what your after-tax rate of return is. You want to make sure that you keep as much in your pocket as you can.
Of course.
And as a tax attorney for a long time, and as a retired CPA, I look at things from a cash flow basis and return on investment. So, and real estate is so fun because if you're not doing it in an IRA, you can go and enjoy the property. You can actually live in this stock certificate that you've invested in. What a great thing that real estate has. It's such a, that's one of the reasons why I got into the industry. It's just such a great balance sheet asset. It's got great opportunities.
Absolutely. Well, I've enjoyed our discussion. Thanks so much
Likewise.
for being here, and
Thank
we'll hope
you
to
for
see you again
having
soon.
me. I look forward to being back.